Instagram Live and Facebook Live. If you are catching me on Instagram or Facebook, feel free to comment below hashtag live vibes. Or if you're catching me on the replay, just comment hashtag replay. If you are catching me on YouTube, um, definitely hit that like button if you like the video and subscribe to my channel so you can hear more content about all things woo-woo and energy. And I look forward to having you in this community. So welcome. My name is Sarah, and today we are going to be talking about how you can take advantage of full moon vibes, because the full moon is coming up. It is actually tomorrow, and the January full moon is also sometimes known as the wolf moon. And the full moon is actually about 6 o'clock. I think I looked it up. I didn't write it down, but it was like 6:23 p.m. or something like that. So if you are just wanting to know exactly when the moon is going to be at its fullest, it is going to be tomorrow in the evening. So today we are going to be talking about some of the things that you can do to really enhance those vibes and to really take advantage of the full moon. If you have heard me before, you or listened to me before, you may have heard me talking about moon water. So moon water is something that I like to do and I like to make, especially on the full moon. What you can do is I like to make everything in glass. I feel that glass, either cups or glass bottles, whatever you have, a glass pitcher, I feel that that has more integrity for the water. We're going to be talking a lot about water and how water can just take on the world around it and the energies around it. But that's why I like to use glass, because glass is pure. And from the things that I have read about and researched and everything, usually when you put water into plastic, even if it's the PVA-free plastic, sometimes things can still leach into the water. And water does have its own energy, and so it is something that really, it absolutely takes on the energy of whatever it's contained in. So I really like glass for that. And then I like to set an intention when I put my water out. So I put it in a glass container. I have a glass pitcher that I use that has a cover, and I put it in the pitcher, and then I go ahead and set that somewhere where the moon can see it. In the spring, summer, warmer months here in Minnesota, it's very cold out right now, so I will probably just put it on the counter where it can get the moonlight in from the window, and that's what I'll do. But if I am in those summer months, I often put it in the porch. Thank you for pausing and letting me get a quick drink. So that is one of the things that I do. And then I set the intention that the best energy and the best intentions are going into the water to just get the highest vibration that I can, to bring love and light into the water so that love and light can go into me as I drink it. And then what I do is I just have the water for drinking in a glass, or I put it in my water bottle the next day, or if I don't drink it all, or like I'm one of those people that if I have water sitting out and dust drops in it, or if it's even been sitting out all day long, I feel like the water changes its taste. And so then I won't always drink it if I don't drink it right away. And so then what I will do is, if, for example, this glass would be sitting out too long, then I often use it for my house plants because it still has the energy of the moon, and I don't want to waste it. Or I'll put it in the dog water so that the dogs can get the energy of the moon water. So I never like to throw it away, but if I do not drink it myself, I always make sure to utilize it for something else. So one other really quick thing before I go, the full moon is kind of that time for endings. It is that time for giving thanks for what you have done over the past month and for all of the things that you have been given. That is something very powerful about the full moon. And with this full moon, it's actually something a little bit different. It is called a micro moon. So that I had to actually look up because I didn't know what it was. And I thought it was really cool. So the moon, as it's going around the sun, is not in a perfect circle. It is more like an oval, like an ellipse. And where the moon is going to be at tomorrow night when we see it is the furthest away from the Earth. So our view of the moon is that the moon is going to be much tinier. So in the last couple of months, we've had a couple of super moons, and the moon was just huge as we walked outside. And the pictures were amazing, and it was really cool to be part of. And tomorrow is going to be a micro moon, so it's kind of a little mini moon. So I really think that you should go out and take advantage of harnessing that new moon or the full moon vibes and making moon water. Oh, another thing that I like to do, I'll just quick mention it before we go tonight, is I also like to set my crystals out so that I can really get some awesome energies into my crystals and charge them. And again, in the wintertime, I will not set my crystals outside because I know that crystals are exposed to all kinds of elements outside, but I would rather them not freeze and then me bring them in. I don't want any of them to crack. So I will just leave them inside somewhere that they can get the moonlight. I hope that you guys liked this video, and I hope that you are able to take some of the information and use it as the full moon is coming tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon. Bye.